Hello everyone. Today we have a problem based on the data of card swipe in an office. When any employee goes in an office, he swipes the card, and when he goes out of the office, then also he swipes the card. Based on the swipe, an entry goes in a table, as you can see here. When he goes in the office, an entry goes like this: employee ID, in out as in, and the time of the swipe. Similarly, when he goes out, this value gets as out and the time of the swipe. Based on this data, you need to find how many employees were there inside the office at 1 p.m. daily. Okay, so to solve this problem, the basic approach will be like when any employee, suppose employee ID 1 goes in the office, there is an entry with in and any time, suppose 9 a.m. If there is single entry of in, it means employee is inside the office. But if there is another entry with out, suppose he goes out at 11 a.m. for tea or something else, it means if there are two entry with one in, one out, it means the employee is now outside the office. So it means if there is one entry out for any in, if there are one in, one out, it means employee is outside. If there is one more in, then he is again inside the office. So if the number of ins entry is higher, is more than the number of out entry, then he is inside the office, and if the number of entry is same, it means he is inside the office. And to solve it in terms of SQL, the simple solution is if you consider in as +1 and out as -1, the sum, if the sum comes as 1, it means he is inside the office. And if suppose this out, we also take this entry -1, then the sum would be 0. 0 means he is outside the office. Okay, now to solve this problem of 1 p.m, the idea we were approaching like +1 -1, it gets you the current status, but you need the status of the past, like 1 p.m. So what you need to do, you need to get entries only before 1 p.m, because after 1 p.m will get you the result of after 1 p.m. Suppose here for one employee ID 1, there are 4 entries. There are for employee ID 1, there are 4 entries. First 9 a.m, then 1 p.m, then 3 p.m, then 6 p.m. So we need only entry till 1 p.m, because till 1 p.m we will get to know the status of 1 p.m. Like for 9 a.m he gets in +1, and for 1 p.m he gets out -1. So at 1 p.m he was outside of the office. If we take this 3 p.m entry as well, your answer would come +1, that means inside, but it will be the status at the 3 p.m, not at the 1 p.m. Okay, so we will need only entries till 1 p.m to get the status of 1 p.m, and we need this for daily. So to get the daily 1 p.m and entries till 1 p.m, this punch time have date and time, but we will reduce it to time only. So once we get the time part extracted, we will use less than or equal to 1 p.m, and we will get entries of 1 p.m daily. And once we get like this +1 -1, using whether he is inside or outside, we will just use the group by count. So let's move to the solution now. And okay, so we have created a table where the data is stored as we discussed earlier for each swipe, employee ID in and the timing, employee ID out and the timing. Now as discussed, first we need to get the data till 1 p.m. only. So but here in the punch time we have date and time part as well. Now to get the entries before 1 p.m. for daily, we need only the time part, so that we can put the filter of 1 p.m. and to get the time part, what we can do, empty punch in out table, if we take all columns and time part of punch time, this will give us punch time, this will give us time of punch, and like this is 9 a.m., this is 1 p.m., this is 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. We only need the timings of less than 1 p.m. so that is less than 13 o'clock. This will give us only the timings, like this is for 1 before 1 p.m. or equal to 1 p.m. we have taken. This is also before 1 and as well. So now the next step, we have to replace this in out with +1 and -1. So we can just do what? We can put the case. If you just put case when your in out is in, just consider it as 1, else consider it as -1, and consider is that new in out flag. So what happens, consider, and we forgot put 10, this is your in out flag. Now we just need to group it based on employee ID, but if we group it based on employee ID, the different dates will be also included, so we will have to group in based on employee ID and the date part of the punch time. Like currently the punch time here is with time, so here consider it like if we take date of t dot punch time, that is date of punch time, we are considering 1st August, 2nd August, and we need to group by employee ID and date part. So what we can do, just we can do group by t dot employee ID comma t dot date part of t dot punch time, and when we are grouping this, we just need to do the sum on this input output flag. So this we have already created, and we just put the sum here, and it will give us the total in out sum. And if what happened, missed comma, what happened, empty ID, okay, no, okay, so we got, like for 1st of August employee ID was out, as we have seen earlier, he was out at 1 p.m. For 2nd of August he was in, so here now we need to consider only the employee ID with total in out as 1. This okay, so to take it further, let's take our query as a CT to have a clear SQL with employee punch inout as, just copy this query, select star from employee, punch in out. Now we need to filter out this total in out time, where this is positive. We have just 3 records, and for 1st of August we have 2 employees who were inside the office, and for 2nd of August we have 1 employee. And to get that output we can do the group by, let's have here an alias date of punch in, so group by date of punch in, comma, count 1, and this is your final answer. For 2nd of August there was 1 employee, for 1st of August you have 2 employees. Let's hope this problem statement and solution is both clear, and thank you for watching.